Grooving in the summer of 1967 with Mr. DJ. Let's do one by the Grassroots, their follow-up to Let's Live for Today. There was Where Were You When I Needed You in late 66 and early 67, and then they hit it really big with Let's Live for Today, late spring going into the summer of 1967, and now the runner-up, the Lost 45 by the Grassroots. You seldom hear this on the oldie stations anymore, making its debut on Billboard's Hot 100 of August 12, 1967, debuting at number 80. Things I Should Have Said, Things I Should Have Said by the Grassroots. It would peak at number 23, but I'll get into all the chart stuff in just a minute. The song was written by and produced. The album itself, I should have wrote down the name of the album. I absolutely forgot. Let me bring that up for you real quick. The album, Let's Live for Today. Obviously, Let's Live for Today. All the songs on this album, including this one, Things I Should Have Said, written by, oh gosh, very talented songwriters that you might not have heard of if you're a casual listener. If you're a rock and roll historian, you know all about P.F. Sloan and Steve Barri. P.F. Sloan and Steve Barri, they have had a hell of a collaboration back in the 60s. They wrote Secret Agent Man. They wrote that, God, it's scintillating Herman's Hermits record. Well, they had a bunch of great records. Herman's Hermits, one of my favorite Herman's Hermits records, A Must to Avoid. Late 65, early 66, written by P.F. Sloan and Steve Barri. And they produced, now, Eve of Destruction, produced by Barry McGuire. It was produced by P.F. Sloan, Steve Barri, and Lou Adler. Lou Adler, who produced hit records by the Mamas and the Papas. Eve of Destruction, though, written by P.F. Sloan. Covered by Barry McGuire back in 1965. Now let's get into another major talent into this album. His name was Jimmy Haskell, who arranged all the horns and everything. He was on demand. This guy was very much on demand. He worked with Ricky Nelson earlier in the 60s, and later he arranged the horns and the strings on Blondie's Auto American album, which came out in 1980. And If You Leave Me Now by Chicago, remember? Well, I'm sure you remember that one from 76. Jimmy Haskell, he orchestrated the French horns and the strings on that record. Made it such a lovely record. Though that song was overplayed, but not this Grassroots record, though. Lost 45. I think this is a Grassroots record that was squeezed in between two massive hits they had. There was Let's Live for Today in 1967, and Midnight Confessions, which came out in 68. And Things I Should Have Said just fell right through the cracks. It was a big hit. It was played a lot. Late summer, fall of 67, but it died. Anyway, it debuted at number 80. It peaked at number 23. It was on Billboard's Hot 100 for 2 months. The Grassroots.